সুপ্রিয় শিক্ষার্থীবৃন্দ, আসসালামু আলাইকুম ওয়া রাহমাতুল্লাহ। আশা করি সবাই ভালো আছো। আল্লাহর রহমতে আমিও ভালো আছি। আজকে তোমাদের দেখাবো 2016 থেকে 2018 পর্যন্ত বোর্ড কোয়েশ্চেনগুলো প্রিপোজিশনের। এর আগের ক্লাসে তোমাদেরকে দেখিয়েছিলাম 2019 সালের সকল বোর্ডের কোয়েশ্চেনগুলো। তাহলে দেরি না করে চলো শুরু করা যাক। দেখো শুরুতেই, trees are very useful dash man, টু ম্যান অথবা ফর ম্যান দুটার একটা দিলেই হবে। they are highly essential dash our existence, for our existence. they protect the rich topsoil from getting washed away by rainwater and floods. We can see trees being grown along the mountain slopes, by the roadsides, in the parks and gardens. They add beauty dash our lives. They add beauty to our lives. They provide us with food, wood, shade, shelter, and so on. They take in carbon dioxide and produce oxygen, so we should take care of the trees. এবার আসি বোর্ড কোশ্চেন 2018 সালের কল সেট। প্রথমেটা ছিল কল সেট, দ্বিতীয়টা হলো কল সেট। ডু ইউ হ্যাভ এনি আইডিয়া ড্যাশ এ সাইবার ক্যাফে? Do you have any idea of a cyber cafe অথবা about a cyber cafe? It's a place teeming with information. It's a network of all networks. It is a place of computers অথবা with computers, in which অথবা at which, by which বা through which, আমরা in whichটাই প্রাধান্য দেব, in which customers can use the internet and send emails and so on. A cyber cafe is closely associated with internet communication system. A customer sitting in the cafe can communicate with people around the world. In fact, a cyber cafe is not prejudicial to our development. এবার পরেরটাতে আসি, ঢাকা বোর্ড 2017 সালের। The environment plays an important role in our life. In short, what we have around us, including people, houses, air, water, etc., is called environment. These are the main elements of our environment. For ensuring sound life, the balance among the natural elements is very significant. Sometimes, for lack of knowledge, we don't realize the importance of it. As a result, we are polluting our environment unknowingly. Living in a polluted environment is undoubtedly a matter of great man. আচ্ছা, এরপর এটা চলে যায় রাজশাহী বোর্ড 2017। Ours is a riverine country. Riverine মানে হলো নদীমাতৃক। Rivers are everywhere in our life, literature, economy and culture. But are the rivers in good shape? মানে হলো রিভারগুলো কি আসলেই ঠিক শেপে, মানে সঠিক আকারে আছে? Unfortunately, they are not. A few are already dead and several are going through the pangs of death. কিছুগুলো অলরেডি মৃত হয়ে গেছে এবং কিছু নদী প্রায় মৃত হওয়ার মধ্যে। দ্য রিভার বুড়িগঙ্গা ইজ অ্যান এক্সাম্পল অফ এ ড্রাইং রিভার। বুড়িগঙ্গা হলো একটা মৃত নদীর একটা উদাহরণ। A report published in the Daily Sun describes what has happened to the river Buriganga and why. মানে একটা রিপোর্ট পাবলিশ হয়েছে দ্য ডেইলি সানে, যেটা বর্ণনা দিয়েছে যে এই বুড়িগঙ্গার সাথে কি হয়েছিল এবং কেন হয়েছিল। Its water is polluted, a perpetual stench fill the air around it. The report says that the river had a glorious past. Once it was a tributary of the Ganges and flowed into the Bay of Bengal through the river Dhaleshwari. Gradually, it lost its link with the Ganges and got the name Buriganga. মানে বুড়িগঙ্গা। এই দেখো আগে এটার ছিল, আগে এটার নাম ছিল গঙ্গা। হ্যাঁ, তখন গঙ্গার সাথে মানে পদ্মার সাথে মিল ছিল, কিন্তু এটা যখন লিঙ্কটা হারায় ফেললো পদ্মার সাথে বা গঙ্গার সাথে, তখন এটার নাম হয়ে গেল বুড়িগঙ্গা। আচ্ছা, যাই হোক, এরপরে আসি দিনাজপুর বোর্ড 2017 সাল। আমরা ছোটোবেলা থেকে পড়ে আসছি বাদল লিভড ইন এ ভিলেজ অথবা অ্যাট এ ভিলেজ, আমরা ইনটাই দেব। বাদল লিভড ইন এ ভিলেজ অফ বাংলাদেশ। হি ওয়াজ এ স্কুল বয়। দেয়ার ওয়াজ এ ক্যানেল অন হিজ ওয়ে টু স্কুল অথবা টুয়ার্ডস স্কুল। অ্যান ওল্ড ব্রিজ ওয়াজ ওভার দ্যাট ক্যানেল. It was useful to one and all of the villagers, yet none cared about its repair. So one day it broke down, caused a good deal of hardship to the villagers. They were in difficulty. They could not go to the town on the other side of the canal to sell their fruits, vegetables profitably. They sold their production in local market at a nominal price. 2017 সালে যশোর বোর্ড। It would be impossible for us to continue living in this world if each of us knew exactly what fate had in store for us. So Allah in His mercy conceals the future of all His creatures and reveals only the present. He hides from the animals what men know, and He hides from men what the angels know. For example, if a lamb had risen like a man, অথবা for a man, অথবা with a man বা as a man, it could not gamble happily knowing it was destined to be killed for human food অথবা as human food. But being quite ignorant of his fate or about his fate, it is heavy to the last moment of its short life, contently grazing in the flowery meadow অথবা on the flowery meadow অথবা at the flowery meadow, and even in its innocence licks the hands of the butcher who is about to slaughter it. What a blessing it is that we are ignorant of the future, or about the future. Allah, to whom the death of a sparrow is of equal importance with the death of a hero, has in His mercy thus limited our knowledge so that we might fulfill our duty in the sphere of which has appointed us. এই গেল 2017 সালে যশোর বোর্ড। এবার আসি 2018 সালের প্রশ্ন। কল সেট। আচ্ছা দেখো, trees are very useful সরি এটা তো আমরা পড়েছি আচ্ছা এরপর আসা যাক এটা পড়েছি আচ্ছা আমরা দেখব ঢাকা বোর্ড 2016টা A good stock of words is necessary for anybody who wants to use a language. Vocabulary is an essential component of successful communication. It is an integral part of reading skill. While grammar is important, a lack of vocabulary may result in complete failure to convey a message. Vocabulary includes conceptual knowledge of words that go well with an ordinary dictionary meaning. Students' vocabulary knowledge is a building process that occurs in time as they tend to make connections with other words. হ্যালো 2016 সালে ঢাকা বোর্ডের এবার আমরা রাজশাহী বোর্ডে চলে আসি Once an English and a Bengali gentleman were traveling in the same train and they were in the same compartment. The Englishman was proud of himself because he was an Englishman. He looked down upon the Bengali gentleman who, however, took no notice of it and went to sleep in peace. As soon as the Bengali gentleman was asleep, the Englishman picked up the gentleman's shoe and threw them through the window and went to sleep. When the Bengali gentleman woke up, he looked for his shoe and understood it. Then he took the Englishman's long coat from the wall and threw it outside the window and returned to bed laughingly. Next morning the Englishman became startled and shouted, "Where's my coat gone? Your coat has gone to fetch my shoes," said the gentleman with a smile. The Bengali gentleman was Sir Ashutosh Mukherjee. আচ্ছা এরপরে আসি যশোর বোর্ড 2016 A teacher is an architect of a nation. He plays an important role in building up an educated nation. He dispels the darkness of ignorance from the lot of a nation. He is an actor, so to speak. He has to suit his act according to the need of his audience, which is his class. He is a clear speaker with good, strong and pleasing voice which is under his control. He does not sit motionless in his class. Everybody has something valuable in him. A good teacher discovers the treasure hidden inside each student. He also wants the student happy, and for this he keeps them busy. A good teacher never hankers after money. এবার আসি 2016 কুমিল্লা বোর্ড 2016 দেখো A good student is never indifferent to his studies. He always adheres to his studies. He does not learn things by rote. He does not hunt for traditional guidebooks. Moreover, he has great trust for knowledge. For this, he does not confine himself for the traditional studies. He is always aware of the current affairs of the world or in the world. He abides by his teachers' advice and thoughts down their lessons. Sorry, এটা notes down that হবে আচ্ছা এরপর আসি চট্টগ্রাম বোর্ড 2016 Flowers are the excellent gift of nature. They have existed on earth from prehistoric time. Since then they have been treated as the symbol of beauty. It is an undeniable fact that flowers are used in various spheres of our world. It is used mostly for decoration. People of all walks of life use flowers, usually for national occasion and for wedding. Everyone prefers flower for expressing their love and devotion. আচ্ছা এরপরে আসা যায় সিলেট বোর্ড 2016 The science fair held in our college paved a new way for us to gather practical knowledge. Many of our friends took part in the fair with their projects. We showed genuine interest in them. Most of the projects were made with consistence to the prevailing world situation. They were intended to acquaint us with the solution to some common problems we are facing, especially in regard to the environment we live in. We were sanguine of achieving success and really achieved it. Preposition board. During holidays, when my mother went to sleep at noon, we went to the railway line. There, along with other children, I watched how the trains passed through with innumerable unknown facts. My father got an appointment in a town school, and he moved to the town immediately with all the members of the family. I was admitted into my father's school. I felt that my school fellows had no feelings for one another as we had in the village. However, I had gradually adjusted myself to town life. I'm happy with my new friends, but my heart aches for the happy childhood days. Childhood is free from worries and has infinite capacity for enjoyment. সত্য কথা, বড় হয়ে গেলে অনেক কাজ চলে আসে, দায়িত্ববোধ চলে আসে, ছোটবেলায় কোনো টেনশন নাই, খাওয়া দাওয়া ঘুম পাড়া। আচ্ছা এরপরে সর্বশেষ দিনাজপুর বোর্ড 2016 Greenhouse effects is the gradual warming of the air surrounding the earth as a result of heat being trapped by environment pollution. This is exemplified by the destruction and burning down the tropical rainforest, by traffic that clogs up city streets, by the rapid growth of industry, the use of chlorofluorocarbons, CFC gas. In packaging and manufacturing commercial products, the use of detergent like washing up liquids, so on and so on. যাই হোক 2016 থেকে 2018 পর্যন্ত আমাদের বোর্ড কোয়েশ্চন এতগুলোই ছিল। আশা করি সবাই ভালোভাবে দেখতে পেরেছো। কোনো সমস্যা হলে কমেন্ট বক্সে জানিও, চেষ্টা করব সেটা সলভ করে দেওয়ার জন্য। সবাই ভালো থেকো, সুস্থ থেকো, আল্লাহ হাফেজ।